Akwaba. Na nkomo no de say yen start. But before I ever started, no, say me introducing me guests. Me start free me big brother A+. Now white name.
Tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you. And the dinner from a nanny the room.
Right.
Yeah, the room. So we 12 and you know, me my lucky aduane ba say me de brem na mo I am a birthday na munyi na mundi kakra.
Na party na wen?
And when?
Oh, hiya.
Right here.
And any samosa no. Oh, anka say champagnes ni amabia.
Oh, me no man santi me encouraging sanom.
Oh, sir.
Who you on?
About say we party be na one.
No, we are enade no.
Okay, it's not a main party.
Yeah, Tina, once Ghana had the aduane papa dey feel like lost in ho. Tina me dey lucky aduane papa brem say. Me anam dey buy. Mo fan your birthday. I know say me hwa na no need here. You know. The party just start to ha.
Me pa show you.
And you marry near the room.
And happy birthday in advance.
But party na nkasa na be pon Monday 11 a.m.
Hey, and I said 3 days anniversary.
You know, say the brass band will start play at 5 a.m.
Monday 5 a.m.
Yeah. Monday 5 a.m. So by 11 now we close.
You know why they come the party? I hear say old man they come the party. So I want me time collect my men's good do.
Nah, old man eh why? Say me name old man.
Yeah, papa Nana Akufo.
Okay.
Me pa show. Me what?
Yeah, sorry man. Yeah, sorry.
Boo God.
Yes, although
Pacha Kwaba.
Thank you.
Na black no say. Efe.
Me feel black. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Na me mami Stephanie Pacha Akwaba.
That's it.
I love your outfit.
Thank you very much. Nyana me pamie.
Wow.
Oh, sir.
Aye.
You saw?
Yeah, also.
Akiyana. And then share. Ube my dance or how rough.
Hey, and you'll be joining me near Sabum.
One Diana.
Paso Twekiana.
Let's start Akwaba. Never body come through.
Men come brown.
Mr. Arnold.
Oh, the Mr. Arnold.
Bra Arnold.
Oh.
And I got F.O. Arnold.
They be more comfortable.
Never.
Now you're there, Ghana. You saw the US one.
Me pacho. Nah. You ever started commando?
Yanko.
Black Sheriff ni management. I said, I'm share that cool, sir. Let's start it from home.
Best start it from home. Oh, okay.
Show my kakra.
Okay. Okay. See you in Black Sheriff. Baden artists are see I can Ghana top 3, top 5 artists there. To me, I own Bonidin. Right. And boy, no, I born home with pa. In a space of a year or so, Christina with me arising a career and a corner. Why I think say Ghana, so I say a boy in Huabaso because they are supporting gentlemen. We share the way I can the way I supporting the music, and the keke kaona. I mean, I think that the support has been very enormous since so you're boy in Huabaso. But it's one year say ne management and then they were reft kakra. Yeah. Because almost contractor they believe say Black Sheriff a breach. Na your contract ni more a management deal. Now we say contract there.
With the new
with the Showbiz, the old one, yeah, Empire. So okay. Yes, Empire then remember. So on the management, no, almost signing a management deal. I 5 years because contracts they say exclusivity or terms. Right. So terms no, and I say exclusivity no, a year duration. So it could be 5 years, 3 years, and I say number of albums. So you can replace the duration with number of albums. So okay, contracts are in no way. Ube 3 albums, ube 5 albums, or Becca say okay, contracts in 5 years. 5 years now you can release 10 albums and no one specify. And then contracts, so your responsibilities. 2 parties and I say 2 or more parties and more contracting. Essentially 2 parties. Party back home, everyone their responsibilities. The other party and so everyone also their responsibilities. Now, manager no, and as a business manager no, only the responsibilities you are spelling it out clearly. Obe manage, obe supervise, obe negotiate, obe handle gentlemen.
Virtually anything that has to do with the artist.
Exactly. And Yohani said Sheriff I signing a distribution deal with Empire or more US. What I say? My confusion is some of the mandates are and concerning management for no more to see and more Empire for so so I say double contract. And in on any Ghana for contract, it is stated say so on third party be into a negotiation. I so could through the local management. So what's transparent is that one put through right. So for one change. So they are telling us say we breach contract. So in summary, this is what is transparent. But for me, I think say it's not the first time.
The first time artist
whether a record label or any management, so back and forth. But the issue is, I say I appreciate what the investor brings on board and what the artist also represents. Because in Pembe, I say, yeah, my investors in the Cecy from Kakra. Because fella, ideally, Sheriff situation is similar to what Kiddy has with Lynx. Because Kiddy has a distribution deal with Empire, the same Empire, the whole US. But guess what? Kiddy and Lynx and signed with Empire. So what it means is that Kiddy actually went along with Lynx. So it's a win-win situation. Because Lynx as a local, I'm not saying local, I'm just using it advisedly. As a local...
As immediate management.
Exactly. Because Omonoma saw Kiddy more to a certain point. So Kiddy Eko sign any international dealer. It's only fair, wise, and appropriate say Lynx would actually lead the way. And that's what it's with Kiddy's situation.
Right.
So it was expected, say, with the Sheriff situation and so on. Once over a local label now, you go along with them. You see, at this particular moment, what Sheriff and say would deprive the local label from gaining what they are supposed to gain. Long time ago, and Auntie Stephanie would confirm. First, now labels no money from CDs, physical sales. Yeah. But since our CDs no call from labels no nyesika because he pump a lot of revenue into the artists, recording, marketing, promotion, and all that stuff. It's no money from the physical sales. But since our digitization buy, as almost sure mokaka. Into anybody, Cecy no share almost every label be an at some more 360 deal. 360 deal no means say job be label no share crap. Including performances, merchandise, bibiana woman the label wants to so crap because you move it from the physical sale to digital. It's a label no must ensure say or no subinya bibi kakra. And now a lot of the artists scratch say because they understand say bibi do no. See, you depending on physical sales, label no worker. Because we're investing so much into you. Until you also must ensure say because label no to what's the point? You're not being fair. Until here say, label no now so now guess what? Share Empire and Sheriff contract. You'll be a friend of almost say channel management in the YouTube, essentially in the digital way. They will handle synchronization. Synchronization is the biggest revenue generation point when it comes to label artist relationship because then I think you license your works to video games, say NBA for mobile or
medical.
Exactly, the medical synchronization, a movie, soundtrack, So if you are depriving the label from getting parts of the synchronization, then you are actually being unwise. You are label, no one person will be digakra. For me, I believe say in Chai, what I say.
Why did they feel the need to do that? I need to know Omechi. Obviously, there must have been some kind of a problem happening.
And they just on one or a chain being
into Bulldog, hopefully say near Sheriff here it's right and I say and no.
Okay, so I can't say whether it's right or wrong, but I'm going to tell you their side of the story that I know. Because I met Sheriff, I think, just before he blew up. Okay. I almost managed him, because you're starting a Jumanu, it's like a brother. It's called Rich Game. We're not starting a Juma Kakra. So I think at a point there was a meeting where he wanted me to come on board and help. I think thereafter, and Chebiana Oblu. So Assembly Bar recently, they called me and told me their side of the story. And
which is the immediate management?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, but
Empire.
There be immediate management.
Showbiz.
No, not Showbiz. No,
the previous one.
The previous one. Because he's a gold dealer, so he doesn't have time anymore. He says that he called me to try and help. He needs for us to understand the situation
really
exactly. And would say Asemna, they had a contract with Empire before the new management, the Snap people came in.
But that contract expired, and you see, they all kind of end. So they had a contract with Empire before the new management came in, but that contract a year. And now actually the new contract now, almost signed contract August last year, and they say from the time I'm pending on signatures to the contract, now the new management team they take over. Actually, they make out so contracts on the Empire sign so sign another or a new contractor, you must go through the new management.
And they were in the process together. The new management wasn't cut out of the new signing. According to, even if you listen to the representative of the management, I think it's only Samina.
Yeah, no, what he said was
they were part of the process. It's just that they didn't like the amount.
Yeah,
involved.
but that's the essence of it.
No, they've been patrol.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Patrol me back. When you were speaking earlier, you said say what form which, and that's why.
Yeah,
me back. That's why Mama asked you whether why you find the need to do that. So let's try and paint the picture.
But
say they were part of the.
Fella,
So right now the problem
essentially at this stage I was CCA. Okay. Bulldog said they were part of the process
until they weren't.
So he said no, of course. So essentially no more for Mechi because this is my management team or my business manager. In the contract, so any third party negotiations, he must lead it or he must be very much aware. Okay, so when I got the contract from Empire, now the man said, "On ship," but this is what I've Makunya. On ship when I say we you understand? You are seeking counsel from your manager, the right thing to do. Now what Cheryl said, contract with MY artists and MY meso management. Not what furniture, no what does it mean?
Contract 5 years and 3 years.
For the Empire, then I think it's 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so
yeah.
No, because of furniture, management, and the artists, they have a contract already.
Yes.
If the artist feels say it's beneficial for them, so although a furniture maybe they didn't agree, but he's also entitled to make his own decisions sometimes. And because sometimes there's a percentage that they work out. So whatever FSA and decision is taken, although of course you want to take your manager's opinion, but ufanichi and as a sign a contract without notifying your manager, the terms of whatever agreement you have between you, the artist, and the manager still stands.
Yeah, but the point is,
mommy, me passion me about. Are you trying to say Nia Sheriff is right?
No, I'm not saying it's right, but then see, if it's right for him as an artist, and the manager is not in agreement, it doesn't mean the manager has to take precedent. What they're thinking is right. Yes, they should have just sat down and maybe come up with some kind of agreement.
Yes.
And then maybe I'm not Wahako yet. But Wanya, it doesn't make him a bad person. Maybe he just felt, say, it was good for him. But whatever happens, the manager, he'll still make his money.
Yeah, but with the quality point. But you see, the point is, if initial contracts on the Berkshire management, Abiana, Sheriff, team we're supposed to get 50 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And then with Berkshire, who is my manager? I say, Nabu Ashram, I say 50 there based on investment and based on your potential and what you stand to gain, 50 nusa. Because mind you, Boo be a cut from that international deal. Artists are only a cut. Now I tell you, it's a 50 nusa based on the Biana, and then what from me check? I say, 50 Nadia, your mommy. Exactly what have you done? No, but it means that you are not thinking about the label.
No,
you are thinking about yourself. Because so the best chairman or Michelle said, I did with the at this particular
stage. But at this moment, Abua will be
anything that is in contention.
Mommy, so what's the approach? How is the system like with management and artists?
Well, you have to build a very good rapport with your manager, whatever. I mean, I think that's vital. You have to. It's almost like your brother and sister, and as a father and son, or whatever. It's that relationship you're all building. Not me say I've had the same manager for 25 years. It's about time I changed him because he's so old now that he still sees me as this person that I'm not anymore. Yeah. So it doesn't help my career. But I'm so loyal to him that it's very hard to move away when I really should. So when you build that a rapport with your manager and there's that healthy energy between the two of you now, then you can sit down and work out any details, whether good or bad. He's made some terrible decisions. Yeah. I mean, I remember writing some songs with people like Bruce Elliott Smith, who were huge. And the guy, because he trusted them, he didn't sign a contract with them. So I wrote the songs, and then when they sold it off, they decided to give me 10% when it was supposed to be a third.
Exactly.
You know, we're all supposed to have a third, but they only gave me 10%. But my manager made a bad deal. But I had to like sit back and go, okay, it's happened. Fine, 10% is better than nothing. So if
based on the relationship, I want to build it.
So if an artist makes that mistake, whether it's a mistake or it's a good thing for him or not, it can happen. It's, you know, so I don't think we have to sort of make it such I'm sure they can still come together. But you know, even if you change management, there's still in the clause, there should be in the clause somewhere said the other manager gets a certain percentage up to a certain point. And I'm a yes.
Because of the investment.
Exactly.
And
is that like football? Yes. Once I say a transfer player be and like plus you can correct me. And I said like last one correct me about pitch. Say a transfer player from Kotoko to they can put in the contract say Abia guy and maybe team now we need Champions League. Minya bonus.
Yeah.
So what's no. Some contracts are enshrined. So gentleman to me boy now we need Champions League. Minya bonus kakra. And as we onward transfer so I mean percentage room. Yeah, it happens like that. People are some teams put it in the contract say so to me we need a certain trophy and I'll always be I stand to gain something. Yeah.
Member A+1. Pacho. Come I know.
I mean your friends like Fred Ephraim.
Okay.
A black sheriff.
Guy, yeah.
Fred I
think one of
the business handlers of frame and Yakasa for over 30 minutes and he tried to explain Adia me be hu ya ba ko once say obema bia wo ware a bo say emmema bi wo ha wo ware a bo say wo namfofo na oni omo tena abonten che like mo was some kind of agrobia mudi mu pie no what's our young hu omo hi on sadia no they say be America won na if your boys be no mu di boys agro ye kwotena ha ye kwotena pub but afi wife atwena aba say o pese wife pese putting on some also na fofo na dwa enti bosa akwaka say chale madam de enti bosa afi yan friend madam no when if you ba what you say enti what I have seen is sheriff before no be sheriff no was people be around him omuna omuboa no
muye na danfofo ana
apart from omu no muye just adanfo but omu ye danfofo they believed in him and they helped him
right
they were part of they saw the bigger picture
rise, yeah.
And you know they were with him trying to get him out there and now omudu point you needed the person who had the money so somebody brought the money so now what I see from Command Freddy and what I see is that there is this rift between now this kind of buy and the boys now one home. It's not me use or ban or any example. No, and you know, almost feel say
the issue is.
That's where the issue is. Into almost feel say they have control over Sheriff and the management like the investor and also the cash to also pay a certain direction. And you know, I think that all of them. Oh no, it's not about why na idea, but
you should sit.
We are say idea ba ko a me megidi ni say baby asika wono ento bede ni ho. What you say? Asan kan what you say?
Baby sit.
So we call savings and loans ah. Bede na e wo ho no. We call rural bank abon say reduce. We commercial bank be reduce. We call Bank of Ghana yen kasa sika wo ho.
I go upstairs at
so anytime you're making money so munya abotre now me make it and this is a big product that omumi no omo and so I think say they should look at the bigger picture obi a sheriff say obeye yie Sheriff eye no ye kese a eboa omu two groups ni nyina and so it is very important say omobeba together and find a common ground. At the same time, I was afraid no boys no more around Sheriff no. Omotia said the difference between running something as boys and running something professionally. I appreciate everything that they have done, and I think that Sheriff needs them around him because,
of course,
yes. However, at this point, they should be able to put the business first. And then their friendship and everything that they have done second. And that is basically what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And I also to send you Arnold kind, I don't think say obi edin sika be share adwuma mu a na say afei de bibi kese ba na say mo involve no na mokoya, it is not right.
Yeah.
Boys almost send me message some producer. It's not easy for people to invest their money in your business. And so when people put their money in your business, and they say, after this cannabis now why and you think that now you can make decisions on your own. And these things, it has gone a bulldog artist manager, our bread. I'm sure that he has seen a lot of this. It's all of them, the two groups, Obia employ the interest of Sheriff. Say Sheriff yeah. As we make this just 30 seconds. Now Sheriff ne what's the guy the other management
Empire.
So ohene hu be yehu a on nipa na wo ohene ne ho omo no ma ohene hu yehu. And for example uko Kumasi na so ukohwe Asante hene na wonya du ha pe na menhia ubo gate no ago hwan ya me kwa kumehwe Asante hene so na ohye dem ho no obebu Asante hene so yes na boys na wo no kra mo kra mu nya hwe mu yedu and so mu pushi Sheriff no yekesia na ko esa Asante hene answer obi hu Asante hene obi ko true bureaucracy bebre and obi ba mo animu a mu yedu so they have to come together and create a big brand so that all of them will benefit from it.
Exactly.
Akiyana, remember also.
Okay, so as an artist, me no say artists are very emotional. Sometimes a decision is based on our emotions. Ebia we need manager no so artist now on so sorry say no. Boys now on your more early before o meet manager na kasa no. Ono abetimi convince boys na say ono abetimi ne boys ne manager na album. He has that power to actually do that. But e so a omo nyina no from afar. Wo hu say nipa no wosika odigum a odeboa Black Sheriff. But no so wo ho no e bia sika no ho so. You know like there's a big problem. Ebia investment is so on your full investment ebia ono so opesika wo baby e de beka ho into no maybe otsna say adwin bibia ho say okay wo so sika wo be say at the end of the day me so me yes so I have a bigger say in this too, and so I can also get up and then make any decision I want to make.
But what if there's contract involved? Sorry, yes sir.
Yeah, so and then now can say you see in the contract like I said earlier say a label or say a management or so whoever it is or responsibilities or artists or responsibilities. Usually an artist will responsibilities say work or studio record and avail yourself for promotion and all that stuff. Who label no? Essentially when I saw we injected the capital. Now saying say who share responsibility of the label now on fulfill almost nina who artists you have every right to sue. Exactly. Into be sure the litany of examples here with contractual issues there are several examples artists no almost see you label no for not actually fulfilling the part of your deal. Okay. A lot of them from Dr. Drill to Backstreet Boys to Prince, all of them. Could
that be one of the reasons?
Yeah. It is a who artists don't feel say based on the contract like so what's I love saying she can take action, she can make noise and pursue it in the court of law and sue. And then opt out of the contract.
The contract they have between the two of them, the old people and this guy, airtighter. Then surely that's null and void. And I remember, if it's airtighter, then he can't sign in another contract without saying
consent. Yeah, that's the situation I want to see.
Okay.
But like A plus kind, I think say a bit all parties if they sit. Since I still need Juma.
Solution here, so
because I'm a friend, myself. This was the same thing. The Snap people wanted to do away with the guys around.
Sheriff. The snap one, they like.
And that's how.
They usually do.
And that's why Sheriff moved from the house.
Yeah, but I see, almost mistake in the say. And this example, I cited last week.
Yeah.
When you pick somebody like 50 Cent, and A plus, say boys are more around them, more pushing out to a certain point, to the point where a certain label would want to come and see them. Now, when 50 Cent started here, or started with G Unit, or no, any of the boys around him. Now, Eminem, who no spotted them, Eminem signing, or call with G Unit to Slim Shady Records. Now, Eminem couldn't do it alone. He had to fall on somebody else, Dr. Dre. Now, Dr. Dre is a record label, Aftermath. Now, guess what? 50 Cent moved with G Unit onto Slim Shady, and the two labels moved onto Aftermath. Now, Dre himself also know, now how do you need to own to me? So you had to also go and see Nadam for Jimmy Ivan or Interscope. Guess what again? G Unit moved along with Slim Shady, Aftermath, and a label singing now called onto Interscope. So when you pick a project for 50 Cent, almost everybody is getting a share of the ecosystem. So that's like Omon except Road Boys Association. Sheriff moved along and signed a deal with Snap.
Yeah.
What I say? So when they're also going to sign the deal with Empire now every role player is being recognized along the line.
Yeah.
Ideally, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I
So you don't leave anybody
1%
out.
of something is better than 90% of nothing. So, so
But, Boo,
if you can,
so when artists more person signing contracts out, what are the things that they look out for in the contract? Like,
I mean, usually, most of the contracts that we sign here in Ghana, sometimes a problem kakra. A template contracts, baby. Now, we now want to go ahead, give the artist a week or two to go and find a legal brain to interpret. But when you are signing, but now I start to say any problems because the system out there is different from ours. What you say? I believe the contract is between two people.
yeah.
What you say? Or two entities. So before I ever append it signature or even write anything on paper, we need to agree verbally. So okay, ejuma we are you've been for so long. Then you put it in paper. Now I also believe that you cannot sit here, and it's my experience, you cannot sit here and envisage what's going to happen in the next 5 years. So signing a contract today and thinking say it will work for the next 5 years will be a mistake. A lot of things can come to play. So maybe, and I believe that there's an opportunity to do that. If you have two legal brains and tell them that, listen, okay, we're about to start this. There's an initial investment. ABR. So I have a new artist, it's called Vanilla. Now, we need to do a lot of work before we can even get somewhere in Obi Beka say, oh, yeah, mamu 10 CD and 20 CDs. Now, that investment, you know, the initial investment. So also my money to contract say 5 years sign up. I have to invest like what? Into my 3rd year before it's a household name. Say Lokia, we can go to 4 years or 5 years before it becomes a household name. Imagine say you do fit here and also say contracts. You think he has been fair to me? No.
But say, I feel say it's up to you. Say we'll make you sick. Say would you? I say me bow. Me try say me drifty topic no but. I say be me influencer. Now we be try me say me advert now for 1 month. Me duty here say me create content ma o brand no. Whether what turn ya ma or one turn ya ma no. Me influencer me business.
But that's entirely different from artist management. Maybe who say we are influencer. It means what gather will weigh that. We brand that. You are a big brand already.
What build a brand?
Yes, we are a big brand that. Into a big power, those terms will work. You're signing a contract with virtually. Listen, do you know what I do anytime I'm signing somebody? I go onto Google and type their name. And nothing shows. So if I want to sign somebody called Kokurobite, or I give them a name called Red Carpet, I go and Google. Nothing comes up. It means they have nothing. There's no digital footprint. Nothing.
0.
Then we start what?
Now to change the topic, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Is it easier for you to manage a woman or a man?
For me, it's men, you know.
You prefer men?
For Bulldog, he doesn't manage women.
No,
Say
I
you
can't.
chop them.
Because you have to sleep with them.
No, it's not like I have to. It will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah.
Why? Because your mandingo doesn't stay in one place.
Who's Mandingo?
Your mandingo.
Sorry, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. I think
That's
it's
like what?
It's the bond
Between you and the woman.
The bond you create between the two.
Yes.
Will make
So
you
does that mean
stop
you were
it.
looking to shag me then?
Charlie.
Tell the truth.
Oh yes, I was.
Oh really?
Yes.
Is that why it didn't work?
Yeah, that's why it didn't work.
I said A+. Why are you all of a sudden interested, Bonko?
Yeah, that's why it didn't work. You
Okay.
know.
So you prefer men?
Madame Patra said.
No, the only thing I prefer men like
No,
gay.
no,
What do you mean? He's gay. He's
I
gay.
said, are you gay?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, the way Jimmy Anna.
I could tell from the way he was sitting.
You can tell,
The person we face with.
Mama.
Pacho, na okasa na Bulldog person managing.
Opeso ye, opeso.
No Bulldog
Back in
person
the
managing.
days.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, yeah, before, yeah, we had a conversation.
I think
and-
we almost sort of, yeah. I mean,
Shag?
his hand reached to my breast, and, then, and then that's when he said,
Oh, God.
"No,
It's true.
I respect you
It's
too
true.
much,
It's true, yes.
so I'm going to."
And
I'm
now
going to like.
person would you know.
Yes. Because you're only finna say yeah contract, but me who no. Me Mandingo.
Not Mandingo, no.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And also on into one managing.
Mandingo, na mo bedroom, no just to na me who Mandingo.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
Or run on. No, you know.
Then-
And that then I open all details.
Mommy.
Saturday now you're the guy. What you managing my one way or my date now, yes, sir.
I can't.
Oh, you can't say. Control yourself.
I cannot.
No, let's pray for this guy.
Yes, I need
this guy.
guys. I need
No, look, Arnold, it's a bit. But also, the banner come church, this guy, you have to pray for this guy.
We will go past
Mommy,
that.
do you think contract kills artists?
I think you need contracts. You need guidelines. Everybody needs guidelines, and when they're, starting music career, you have to have the guidelines. Otherwise, so we have a year to pay, manager pay, artist pay.
Yeah.
So, but then it has to be airtight. Me say, me Sandy, the worst contract of my life when I was 20 something, and it was like an 18-year contract. It ended up to be for every option of one single. Those 18 months in between that. And then we had to have 3 singles first before the album. So by that time, that's 5 years gone. And then, and then you have the album. And I was signed to 3 albums. So 3 singles on each album, 18 months in between each of them. Think about it. And my lawyer said, don't sign it. And,
Tree.
What's it?
Yes, it can tree.
My country.
Yes, it can tree.
Hey, me really feel me, you know. Okay. The lawyer catch me say, my man sign it. And I mean, so me day. Oh, it's okay, I'm not going anywhere because I was a loyal person. Stupid. And I mean, so me sign it. Me sign it, music person me, I didn't like it. It was pop, and I did the first one, got to the top 10 in the charts, and then FN saying, what happened? I said, I've had enough. They told me they'll let me swap and do something else, what I wanted, soul R&B. It didn't happen. Got to the 3rd single, and then they could see I wasn't happy. So I said, I'll be leaving. And they said, if you leave, you lose your name, you lose any.
That's what Buddha has always been insisting.
I was saying that because they build the name.
Oh, yeah, they built my name. It was a princess at the time. They just erased me. And
but what made you sign it? Because as I said, was one management for there should be something in the contract.
What do you mean by lawyer?
No, I'm low in the sense that I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I knew that, I'm not going to jump from. The thing is, let's put it this way: I didn't need the money. Some artists go into contracts because they need money. I didn't. I was actually self-sufficient. So I really did. So I'm thinking it's not really about the money for me. I really just love music. I want to be a part of it. Bad decision, but I made it. So, and I think that's why I'm saying I knew I was loyal. I wasn't going to be determined by making money. I just really want to be successful. Yeah. That's all it was.
So if they had allowed you to do what you wanted to do,
Akiyana was nodding when you said contract skill
I
artist.
would never have gone anywhere.
Wow.
Hopefully
we really need to work together.
Contract.
No, because I like guidelines.
Oh, me, but me.
Also, we artists into me besides.
Yeah.
I'm talking about artists.
Yeah.
Madam Host, they are
Me, I strongly believe, sir.
No, I heard what they were saying.
Sorry.
Akiyana, I heard what they were saying.
You heard it?
Yeah, they are planning to fornicate.
What's that buy, you know? Me never is a bulldog or into my ship you too.
Me name say.
Yes, ma'am.
One corner by one can hello and Jeremy.
Oh, yes, sure.
Now, strong. That's why you were gay.
Hello.
Thank you.
What's the most of gay? I know.
Okay, so me name say contract a killer artist because sometimes we want sign a contract, no matter what contracts, and we say ebia you be say amount, but sometimes investors now tie you know, or invest 1, 2, no ebia want to me on pushing the year na anko far or feel it to say oh me you no more relaxing. What you saying? So more relaxing no so it's like you need or more ebia a new way. They have to approve on this song. They have to shoot a video for you. They have to put promotional plan down for you. And you're going to be pay. On one year, say you man, now what's so to me? Yes, what's it? Oh, try on. Into the whilst watching on, what's what time echo. Into the outsiders, I think we'll be thinking.
What else are you going to do?
Oh, a patch of that.
What's I need to xylophone?
Patch I need to xylophone.
Into Patch, what's your relationship with them now?
Akiyana. Oh yeah, so far so good. I've released few songs and minim say.
Minim kasani.
Contract kills. Allah, that was a general comment.
It was a general comment.
I was directing the question to her.
See how we did direct.
So an artist.
Yeah.
Until I maybe say contract no a kumu artist na. Until if you have to speak, maybe you can speak for yourself because so
but I have to ask.
My dear, what's it?
And your mom.
That was fine then.
Oh, you can.
But listen, but listen.
I don't know where it's coming.
It's coming.
I know when I'm from Kobe. Ninia.
Aye. Well, young can you matter?
Besides specific questions.
Okay.
Aki, oh, we need.
What true story? What true story? No, what true? Say beer. A bulldog artist, that's a new artist. What was a bulldog artist just because people say it's story near interesting.
Yeah.
No, besides that, for them to Niniana, some person a link. Yes, Ninia.
Only a link, Tanameba.
Ninia Ketua. Ninia Penny.
Ninia Penny and I own his alpha.
Akiyana.
It doesn't say that's still running then.
Yes.
What was the place?
Akiyana question will be said, no, says that a contract kills no. Chromophobia pair agreement on paper. And remember, and you will not some American. But in general terms,
also generalize it.
Yes. On pet on him said that you so boo. Into on pesad the never cockrata so. Nanka who could see that was Missy Foundation, Missy saying not here anyhow. If who will be by a gruma. Now one can also protect one. The first thing you want is to sign a contract. That is the only protection that you have. If you're going to work with somebody and you don't have a contract, okay then. You have your friend saying your employer, you have an appointment letter who will be there. And so I don't even want that conversation.
I strongly agree with you with what you're saying.
Yes.
But in other words, some contracts, when you obey your contracts, are you doing it?
That is what protects you.
Yes, but
that is why you need it. Send your bayer, send you satisfying the part of agreement now. Then you can hold the person, you can walk out, or you can demand whatever.
Let me ask a question. So let's say I have a contract with you, and I'm saying, say, per the contract, we are metra video, no my promotion, now why no number? How would you feel about it? Because you can bring 10 songs and I'll say
I will keep redoing it because that's my job.
And we can be at it for the rest of your contract.
Too.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm saying that
team top player no who boy your bench in the time.
Good, but who's the reason I'm saying that is she kept on saying say if the contractors don't fulfill their end of the bargain, you know, when you give them the job, they can decide the job will encore.
Yeah.
Now you can do a song, you see, and you said you're emotional. Look, you're not the only emotional ones. everybody is emotional. Me believe it. But you're bastardizing the word. So sometimes when you're using it, you want to use it advisedly.
Emotions,
everybody, everything. Look, every brand is emotional. So what do a Juma way? Okay, I start to say echo. Yeah, there are two baby say echo. Enko. You see any Juma? What do you mean by that?
But while you're in the studio, why is it can you say any manager?
Yeah, but Akiyana point
so
making it
yeah.
we're signed to a label. Label, no, maybe she's supposed to produce 3 albums, 3 singles.
And she signed to one as well.
Yeah. But yeah, first single, no, and I say, Fabisa, now label no channel. So instead of investing in the 2 other singles,
hey, yeah,
exactly. So
and also
sometimes I'm change your direction. It be I say we way I'm person we way. Until when I will perceive me.
I said we
it's no say me it be am way. Now me person me come I say me pouch.
It's fine.
A general conversation that we are having.
I don't know. Question she's just talking.
No, so can ask him.
On your master, a general conversation.
About a creative control, and I'll give you an example. Tama Davido was signed with Sony a couple of years ago. You see, the label has the creative control. Until what artists like I said, you need control over your ability to create.
Yeah.
So when Davido went to Sony, they actually told him what to do on your pop. So the first thing I know was with Tinashe, American artist, Alpha. And so he went back and renegotiated, said, give me the creative control. And that's how come he came back to Nigeria to do Fall and Fire orders. Yeah. So what artists know, you also need to sit and say, whoa, I don't like the direction the label is taking me. So my main call for renegotiation.
You see, I've always said, I think so we've spoken about it before. I think every artist before you're signed has to have a development deal first. This is where you have to find yourself, just so who you are, the kind of artist you are, the whole etiquette, how to sit, how to speak, how to be an artist. And Sana, you bring a song out. Now say so be or say me artist.
Yeah, true.
Oh, now or you know, one-liners. To go. Baby, I'm busy. To go.
Let me deal with it.
Why do you think the labels will tell you which direction to go? Why?
Because
you are the host. Control them.
Oh, but she's fine.
Your funny say, and you'll be on our musical ears. If you're not a big fan of hip hop, on him dance hall. A person will wear hip hop near on a panel, and no person will wear.
Maybe that's why his
with the
strength is.
Before we go next topic, quick one, because a very important about the contracting.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, fine. Also, no, can be about say label no year way now, like or the game and queer. Charlie label no. Why do you think labels drop artists? Because investment no more year, they feel say you are not your munya. It's you do better chain. 1 year like there's another hot spot or label no so they will concentrate on that artist and leave you. Then they drop you. A lot of artists have been dropped from their labels.
Sometimes,
go ahead.
Sign an artist if they have another artist who is better, but then they want to shelf you. Just so they bring the artist, so nobody else signs you, and then they bring the other artist. That has happened. I'm not saying it's happening in any case, but it does happen.
Kwame Eugene.
Also, Obama Barcelona. When I tell them, in fact, to a movie, that's why you need a contract. Because the contract should give you an exit clause. So at any point when you want to get out of it, you can move on.
So we see Ghost. He's
Kwame Eugene, Kiddy. Shatawale, Medical, Stoneboy.
Kwame Eugene, Kiddy, Shatawale, Miura.
Medical, ni Stoneboy, Omuwo outside the country is show. What are your expectations? I say, Echina de Omunyina Omuwo shows, big shows.
I think it's a big deal for Ghana, because to have the best of the best out there representing us is huge. I believe and that's why I keep on saying, we need to support in terms of governments. These are ambassadors out there. You know, they are going to push our names. Ochina, Omubia mistake or her. Ghana same nebeka.
Mistake
as in you got 2 bomb or baby or ho, and that's almost can be behind some can. You know, yes, you're from Mudin, but ultimately it's a Ghanaian image, on my identity. You understand what I'm saying? So I think for me it's a huge thing. you know, kudos to them and the team. Yeah, we're hoping that they all win. I understand, say,